Somebody's not muted. I don't know who it is, but somebody's not muted. All right, I'm ready on Harrison. This is case number 214439301. The People versus Latoya Harrison. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Philip Henderson on behalf of the People, P86029.
And good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Latoya Harrison. Ms. Harrison, ma'am, good morning. Please unmute and say your full name.
Good morning, Latoya Harrison.
Did I say her name right? I think I did. For some reason, maybe I think I said Henderson. I don't know, but it's Latoya Harrison. That's what I meant to say. All right, today's the day set for sentencing. We don't have a pre-sentence report. Defense is requesting an adjournment. Am I correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Court is going to adjourn the sentencing, set the matter for Tuesday, February 13th at 9:00 a.m. And we're going to request, strike that, Tuesday, February 20th. I'm going to set it for Tuesday, February 20th. (9:00 a.m.) We're going to order a pre-sentence investigation. Anything further?
None from the People, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Harrison. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Harrison, you're all set until February 20th at 9:00 a.m. Probation is going to contact you. Make sure you respond to their attempts to contact you so that I can have the pre-sentence investigation. Okay?
Judge, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
What?
Is there a day other than Tuesday, when we could do the sentencing? Thursday?
February
Any
22nd.
Thursday? Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor. February 22nd, Ms. Harrison. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe. I'm ready on Crumsey. This is case number 234469201. The People versus Shaquille Crumsey. The defendant is charged with 1 count of weapons, 1 count of malicious destruction of property, and 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the People, P86029.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Sharg on behalf of Mr. Crumsey, P43732.
Mr. Crumsey, your name, please.
Shaquille Crumsey, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today is the day set for pretrial. Mr. Sharg.
Judge, I think we just need a little more time to see if we can work out a resolution. Otherwise, or maybe set a trial date for now, whatever the court prefers.
The court can continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Crumsey, set the matter for final pretrial conference. Do you want a February date or a March date?
Whatever the court prefers, Your Honor.
It's completely your preference at this point.
We could do a February date.
What about Tuesday, February 27th?
February 27th.
It would be at 9:00. Or I could do the 20th.
The 20th would be better, Your Honor.
All right, let's set February 20th at 9:00. You already have discovery, Mr. Sharg?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, February 20th at 9:00, final pretrial conference. Anything further?
Is Mr. Henderson your new prosecutor?
No, he's,
okay.
Ms. Ritter is on vacation.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Ms. Ritter is still the prosecutor.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Your Honor. That works perfect.
All right. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Thanks again. Happy New Year.
All right. Same to you. Mr. Crumsey, you're all set.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Hamoud, good morning. Are you stationary? Okay, I'm not sure who that is. Can they take off their coat? Is the heat off in the courtroom? All right. Mr. Hamoud, are you stationary?
I am, Your Honor. Good morning.
All right, good morning. And you're ready on Allah?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Am I pronouncing your last name correctly, ma'am?
Yes, Allah.
Okay, thank you. This is case number 22455-2101, the People versus Zahra Allah. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the People, P86029.
Good morning to you and your staff, Your Honor. Muhammad Ali Hamoud on behalf of the defendant, Zahra Allah, who is zoomed in. Mrs. Allah, can you please state your full name for the record?
Good morning. My name is Zara Allah.
All right, and counsel, Mr. Hamoud, state your P number, please.
My apologies, Your Honor. P86140.
All right, today's the date set for pretrial conference. Mr. Hamoud, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I don't believe the complaining witness has come forward yet. We respectfully request a dismissal.
Mr. Henderson?
Your Honor, in preparing this, I was looking, is this the first pretrial?
It's the second pretrial, and it's scheduled at 8:35.
I see that now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, unless she's in the waiting room, I haven't seen Miss Noor Al-Talagani. So I do not have an explanation for her absence.
Okay, and then I'm assuming that she failed to appear at the first pretrial conference.
I don't have that she's appeared at all in this case, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may be fully transparent and honest with the court, the first pretrial conference, neither my defendant nor myself appeared. We didn't get notice, so I don't want to set a situation where I'm misleading the court, Your Honor.
Oh no, I knew that your client didn't appear. That's why it was scheduled at 8:35. I
Okay.
may not have been here. I don't know,
Okay.
but it was set at 8:35. That meant your client didn't come. That's why I asked Mr. Henderson if the complainant came the last time, but his notes
Okay.
doesn't reflect it. Mr. Flanagan, when were they here for the first pretrial, or when was the first pretrial scheduled?
First pretrial was scheduled for November 9th, Your Honor.
I wasn't here.
No, that was Judge Baltimore.
Okay, did the complainant appear that day?
On November 9th, I don't have it down as they did, Your Honor.
All right, so today is the date set for pretrial conference. It is the second scheduling of the pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. This is and according to Mr. Flanagan, his notes does not reflect that they appeared on November the 9th. I will, of course, note for the record that I was not present that day. I was not present. Judge Baltimore, in my absence, scheduled this matter for a second pretrial conference, giving the complaining witness and the defendant an opportunity to appear. I am going to grant the defense motion for a dismissal. Of course, it is a dismissal without prejudice, and therefore, should the people locate the witness and the witness wants to proceed, there is the option for the people to refile the case. Mr. Hamoud, if you could please submit an order of dismissal to my clerk, I will sign it, and then Ms. Allah, he will get a copy to you for your records. Mr. Flanagan, can you give Mr. Hamoud your oh, why did I do that? Can you give him your email address in the chat?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Got
Anything?
Thank you, Your Honor, and I apologize if we started on the wrong foot this morning.
Oh, no, we didn't start on the wrong foot. We just started with me setting my ground rules for my court. That's all right. You're good. All right. Have a great day. Stay safe. Happy
You
New
too,
Year.
Your
to
Honor.
you.
Thank you
Right.
to you and your staff. Bye-bye.
All right. You also. It's no bad foot. Okay. Oh, let me get Miss Jemison.
Your Honor, may I be excused to talk to Miss Ziegler-Brake?
Yes, and counsel, I'm thinking, well, can you let me know the relationship, because that might need to go next door. I'm not sure. It's a final pretrial conference with a trial date set, so I'm a little confused by the fact they share last names, but that could mean something different.
I have some concerns about that as well, Your Honor, so I just want to talk to her and make sure that I understand the case fully.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, counsel. All right. Good morning, Ms. Jemison.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, and that's the case I was just talking about, your case. All right. Your client is not here though. Is your client with you?
He is not with me, Your Honor.
Okay, well, you may want to call him because he's not here.
Okay, I understand he's now logging in. I just had my staff call him because I wanted to confirm that he was here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can you give us 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Yes, well, the prosecutor is in with his witness anyway, so.
Or less?
Okay, did you need to speak with your client?
I'm sorry?
Did you need to speak with your client?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Your
no.
connection is a little choppy though, counsel. Your connection is a little choppy.
Okay.
This may be your client that just popped in on an unidentified device. So I'll let them in and see if this is your client. Mr. Bird, the prosecutor went into the breakout room to speak with a witness. So once he comes out, then I'll be ready.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
All right, let me try to get this device connected. Oh, what happened to them? Did they disappear? Hold on. I think they disappeared. They did. They did. All right. Oh, Miss Stevenson, let me see if I received anything on, well, I'm sure Carnarvon was may have been a non-reporting. And I'll see if I have anything on Omar. Oh, but okay. Why would they send me something once court already started? Okay. Don't worry about it, Judge. Just send it to Miss Stevenson. All right. And then Oh, well, that wasn't your client anyway, because now your client is here and that device is also still here. So let me bring in that device. Hmm. Good morning, Mr. Brake. You currently cannot start your video camera. Please make sure that you are properly dressed for court, that you're not laying or sitting in a bed, that you are stationary and in an upright position, and that you are ready to attend court. That you are stationary in an upright position and that you are ready to attend court. Can the individual who, oh, whoops. Okay, I gotta disable this unmute. I don't know why people just come in and unmute, but can you unmute again?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you state your name for me, please?
Kenneth Newson Smith. I'm trying to see why the video ain't coming on.
Because I won't let it come on, Mr. Smith. Can you just please hold on for us?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Who added that? Who added that on there? You, Miss Stevenson?
Mr. Newsom?
That was me, Your Honor.
Oh, I
that's
did. We both did then. Oh, I did Newsom. I didn't do Newsom Smith.
okay. Well, that's not how his name appears on the docket. We're gonna put Newsom so that I can know. I'm gonna send you to a breakout room, sir. Please accept to join the breakout room and wait for the lawyers to come in to speak with you. All right. Mr. Brake, you should be able to start your video now.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Can I start it?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Nasser. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Nice seeing you, Judge. My sincerest apologies for the delay.
No problem. You're here on Edwards, correct?
Yes, please, Judge.
All right. The prosecutor is in the breakout room currently speaking with the witness. Once he comes out, there is one other case now in front of yours. Did you need to speak with your client at all?
Oh, no, we're good with the client, Judge. If I could just speak to Miss Ritter when she comes out, please.
Miss Ritter is not here today. It's a stand-in prosecutor.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judge. If I may speak to that prosecutor.
All right. I'll put you back in the waiting room.
Thank you, Judge. Good seeing you.
You as well. All right. Okay. Ms. Jemison, I'll put you and your client back in the waiting room, and then when Mr. Henderson comes out, we'll be ready to proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And then, Ms. Stevenson, I'm assuming you're ready on the two in-persons.
Yes, Your Honor. Ready on Candace, Tony, and Shaylin Jackson, Your Honor.
Oh, I need to get ready on Balcom. What did I just do with mine? Oh. Let me see if I can get ready on Balcom. Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
the break case, when is it on my docket for the trial? When is the trial on the docket?
On March. Let me see, Your Honor. Yep, March 19th.
Oh, yes, I see. Okay. I wonder, okay. Thank you. Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you have Mr. Henderson's cell phone number?
I sure don't, Your Honor.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Let me send him a message in the chat.
You want me to chat the number to Mr. Flanagan, Judge?
Yes, please. Mr. Flanagan, she's gonna chat you the number. Can you call him or text him and let him know? I need him to wrap that up.
Yep.
I need him to wrap it up. He's not the attorney of record.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I guess he's trying to figure out what they're gonna do, but I need him to wrap it up or come on out and handle a couple of things and then he could go back in.
Sorry, Mr. Flanagan, I got too many H's in here.
That's okay.
All right. Ms. Jemison, I'm ready. Okay, this is case number 224537701, the people of the state of Michigan versus Willie Edward Brake. The defendant is charged with one count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Regina Jemison on behalf of Mr. Willie Brake, who is present via Zoom.
And your P number for the record, counsel.
49854.
And can the complaining witness please unmute and state your name for the court?
Olivia Madison Ziegler Brake.
And Mr. Brake, your name, please.
Willie Brake.
Thank you. Is your middle name Edward, sir? Is your middle name Edward, sir?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference, but Mr. Henderson, is this properly before this court?
I don't believe it is, Your Honor. The way that the offense was charged, it's not charged as a domestic violence incident, the actual charge itself, but the complaining witness in this case is the biological daughter of the defendant, and also states that there was a shared custody agreement where she was living with him Saturday through Wednesday. So I believe that would properly be charged as a domestic violence incident.
Okay. Your witness looks to be over 18 to me. Is she over 18?
She is now, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, she was 16.
That's why it's here. Okay. So that's why it's here. So technically, listen, I don't really know the difference. I get the child abuse cases, and then Judge Garrett gets the adult familial relationship cases. So that's probably why it's here, because she was 16 at the time of the alleged incident. So I'll keep it then. Okay, so I'll keep it because at the time she was 16. All right. So now to you, Ms. Jemison, with respect to the matter, it is on the court's docket for a March 19th jury trial. How are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor, we would like to keep our March 19th in-person jury trial date.
Okay. Then the court will continue a not guilty plea and continue the matter to the jury trial of March 19th. And then Ms. Ziegler-Brake, that's a good day for you. You have to come in person to 36th District Court. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So I am also going to set the matter for another final pretrial conference, just to make sure that the jurors are still going to be needed for that March 19th. So we will set a final pretrial conference for March the 15th. Now, I could set that where, number one, so hold on, final pretrial, March 15th. The final pretrial is on Zoom. The complaining witness is not required to appear. And then I don't know if there are any offers that were submitted from the people, but the March 15th would be the final date to accept any offers. But also then we just want to confirm that the jury trial is going to go forward on March 19th. Okay.
Understood, Your Honor, that date would be the final date to accept any offer.
All right. And then if your client is not going to accept any offer and you just want to let the court know that, yes, the trial is going to proceed, you can just notify the court that, yes, the trial is going to proceed and your client doesn't want to accept any offer.
Okay.
And
can I do that by email? Is that acceptable?
You can do it by email to the court, to the clerk and the prosecutor.
Okay.
But only like on that Friday, because I just need to know that Friday if we're canceling the jurors. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything further with respect to this matter?
No, Your Honor.
And I think Ms. Jemison was all set, but she's kind of frozen now.
Mr. Henderson, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was asking if Mr. Henderson would remain the point of contact.
No, it's Ms. Ritter.
Okay.
He's just standing in today for Christina Ritter. Mm-hmm. Do you have Ms. Ritter's contact
Alrighty.
information?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further. I will
Okay.
look
All right.
it up in the bar journal, Your Honor. I do not.
It's Critter. It's C. Ritter at Wayne
I have
County.
nothing further.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
thank you.
delay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. All right. You're all set, Mr. Brake. You're all set, Ms. Ziegler Brake. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay
Have a
warm.
good day, Judge. Stay warm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I'm gonna, Mr. Nasser wanted to speak with you, Mr. Henderson, but I'm going to, I want to take care of the 3 in-persons and then I'll bring in Mr. Nasser and you can speak with him. All right, I'm ready on Jackson. This is case number 23445-0401, the People versus Shaylin Janelle Jackson. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for an arraignment. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janet Stevenson appearing on behalf of Shaylin Jackson. Ms. Jackson, ma'am, please say your full name.
Yes, Shaylin Janelle Jackson.
Today is the date set for arraignment, Ms. Stevenson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Jackson will stand mute, waives the reading of the information. We ask that a plea of not guilty be entered on her behalf. We'd ask that the matter be set for pre-trial conference, Your Honor. We would also ask for personal bond. Ms. Jackson learned that this matter was outstanding during an attempt to have cases expunged and did present herself as ordered for arraignment. She has no contact at this time with Shalithia Burnett, the complainant. We would ask for personal bond.
Court is going to enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Jackson and set the matter for a pretrial conference February the 28th at 8:25. Any response from the people with respect to bond?
We leave it to the court's discretion.
Court is going to set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond, no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Jackson. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And then the record should, of course, be clear that the complaining witness is required at the February the 28th court date. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You're all set. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And stay warm. I'm ready on Tony. This is case number 234529901, the people of the state of Michigan versus Candice Tony. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated and 2 counts of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Candice Tony. Ms. Tony, ma'am, want to take your hand out of your pocket and please say your full name.
Candy Sierra Tony.
Thank you. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson.
Thank you, Your Honor. We, on behalf of Ms. Tony, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear. I believe this is a second pretrial conference, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson.
Your Honor, our office has had contact with the complaining witness and they do not wish to go forward in this matter, so we have no objection to the dismissal.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. A complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have indicated that the complaining witness, in fact, does not wish to move forward with the prosecution of this matter. The court is going to therefore grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice as the complaining witness refuses to prosecute. Ma'am, please have a seat in the courtroom. We will get you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe, stay warm. I'm ready on West. Oh, Ms. Stevenson, I apologize. Are you ready on West?
I'm ready on West, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready on West. This is case number 23454-8001, the People versus Treasurer, Destiny West. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Treasurer West. Ms. West, ma'am, please say your full name.
Treasurer Destiny Renee West.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson.
On behalf of Ms. West, Your Honor, we would, understanding this is the first pretrial conference, Ms. West, first of all, Your Honor, would apologize to the court for her Zoom appearance last week. Court did order her to come to court in person, which she has done. We've had an opportunity to discuss proper Zoom etiquette. She is prepared to either comply with this court's rules of decorum on Zoom as well as in person, or come to court in person. So we're going to ask, we would move that the matter be dismissed for the complainant's failure to appear, but would have no objection to the matter being adjourned to give the people the opportunity to notify the complainant.
Mr. Henderson, by any chance, were the people able to reach the complaining witness between last week and this week?
No, Your Honor. And we would ask for an adjournment to be able to do that.
All right, the court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal. Technically, this is the first scheduling of the pretrial conference, although it is an adjourned pretrial conference, as Ms. West did appear last week on Zoom, and the court declined to proceed with the pretrial conference based on some court decorum issues. The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for one-time adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I'm going to set the pretrial conference for February the 28th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness did not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Ms. West is free to log in on Zoom as long as proper courtroom etiquette is adhered to and not rebuffed when the court requests it to be adhered to. So she is free to log on to Zoom for the next court hearing. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. West. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Then, ma'am, you're all set until February 28th. Have a great day. Stay safe and stay warm. Ms. Stevenson, you could bring that in, take that order in the courtroom. Mr. Henderson, if you could join Mr. Nasser in breakout room number 20, and y'all got a 3-minute limit. All right. Mr. Nasser, are you ready to proceed or do you need to speak with your client?
I am ready, Judge. Please and thank you.
Hey, Mohammed.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
This is case number 234529501, the people versus Navanta Gary hyphen something starts with an E Edwards. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please His Most Honorable Court. Mohammed Nasser, P74485, appearing on behalf of Navante Edwards, who appears via Zoom, consents to the hearing over Zoom. Mr. Edwards, if you would please unmute and state your full name for the record.
Navante Edwards.
What's your middle name, sir?
Gary. Eugene.
Thank you. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, may it please the court.
You may.
I've had an opportunity to speak to the fine prosecutor that is present within the Zoom courtroom here today. I do not, the complainant has failed to appear. At this point, Judge, I'd respectfully move for a dismissal of this case.
Mr. Henderson.
Your Honor, my records indicate that the complaining witness did not appear the last time that this was on the calendar, and the belief is that the complaining witness is not going to appear as it's a family matter, so we would not object to the dismissal.
I do want to correct or ask about one thing that you're saying. It's on my docket for 8:30, so that tells me this is the first pretrial. Are you saying it was here before?
Judge, I believe it was up. There was some confusion that was up before. It originally started with you, then it got transferred to Judge Garrett because it wasn't a true domestic violence or whatever have you, because it was his sister, then it came back. So this is the second time it was up. Because we were up before Judge Garrett as well.
I have that there was a pretrial on November 9th, Your Honor. Oh,
I wasn't here.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Okay. All right, then today is the date set for pretrial conference, and the complaining witness has failed to appear. The people indicated that complainant has failed to appear on a previous occasion and that they don't believe the complaining witness is cooperative with the prosecutor's office. Therefore, the court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice. Mr. Nasser, if you could please submit an order of dismissal to my clerk. I will sign it, and then Mr. Edwards, he will get you a copy for your records, okay? Anything further?
Nothing further, Judge. He does have a GPS tether, so I'll simply include that language within the order as well, please and thank you.
Absolutely. All right, we're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Always good seeing you, Judge.
You as well. All right. Whoops. I'm ready on Rivers. This is case number 23441. 0901, the people of the state of Michigan versus Yasmin Patrice Rivers. Defendant is charged with 1 count of communication services, perhaps illegal use. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Yasmin Rivers. Ms. Rivers, please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record.
Yasmin Patrice Rivers.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Mr. Bird, how are we proceeding?
We're respectfully requesting dismissal due to the lack of a complaining witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson?
Your Honor, the complaining witness has failed to appear. My notes indicate from the previous case that she was required to appear today. So, and I do not have an explanation for her non-appearance.
Now, the court will note one thing with respect to these dismissals that I'm doing today. So first, let me just say the complaining witness was required to appear. This is the first scheduling of the pretrial conference. However, the court arraigned the matter. I required the complaining witness to appear. There is an unidentified iPhone in the waiting room that I have attempted to let in like 3 times, and it doesn't connect, and it keeps rejoining. So with that knowledge or whatever, the court, today is the day set for pretrial conference. It appears that the complaining witness has failed to appear. Can you stay muted because you're giving me feedback? Has failed to appear. The people have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion to dismiss. However, if it turns out that this iPhone is the complaining witness, then of course I will immediately rescind the dismissal, and we will set the matter for another pretrial or final pretrial conference. But I have attempted at least 3 times to let that phone in. Ma'am, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records unless your lawyer contacts you to let you know that that was the complaining witness in the waiting room. Have a great day. Stay safe and Happy New Year.
I have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if it is a dismissal, if that iPhone is not her, what happens on my background? Because it's on my background, so I'm having problems with
That's a
employment.
question that you have to ask lawyers, ma'am. That has nothing to do with me. That you can text your lawyer. They'll call you this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm ready on Newsome. Okay, I'm ready on Ruffin. Newsome is not ready. This is case number 204541901. The People versus Ronald Ruffin Jr. Defendant is charged with malicious destruction of property. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Ronald Ruffin. Mr. Ruffin, please state your full name for the record.
Ronald Ruffin Jr.
Thank you, sir. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Mr. Bird?
Respectfully requesting dismissal due to failure of a complaining witness to appear, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson?
Your Honor, I do have a note that the complaining witness had to appear today or it would be dismissed, and the complaining witness has failed to appear. I do not have an explanation for their failure to appear.
And I have again let in the iPhone. I'm going to attempt to see if the iPhone can connect, but today is the date set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. People have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The iPhone continues to not connect to its device. And so the court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice. If it turns out that the iPhone is the complaining witness, then the court will rescind its dismissal. Mr. Ruffin, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records, sir. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Thank you. This is case number 234529201, the people versus Rian Sloss. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Ariana Sloss. Ms. Sloss, ma'am, please unmute and say your full name.
Ariane Sloss.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Ms. Sloss, Your Honor, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Counsel,
Your
Mr.
Honor,
Henderson.
I have for this case that the complaining witness was required to appear today. They've not appeared, and we do not have an explanation for their failure to appear.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear, and people have no explanation. And I think the iPhone has finally connected. Let's see who it is. Can the person on the iPhone please unmute and state your name?
Walid Muhammad Ali Omar.
Okay, that's not the complaining witness. But Mr. Omar, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. And the lawyers will come in to speak with you.
All right,
Please.
thank you.
You're welcome. Please look at your screen, Mr. Omar, and accept to join the breakout room.
Okay, happy holiday.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
What you say? Okay. It was a holiday yesterday. That's what you're saying?
I'm thinking maybe.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. The complaining witness has failed to appear. The people have no explanation. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice for failure of the complainant to appear. Ms. Loss, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, wait, let me change the settings. Okay. I need Ms. Wright to start a video. I'm going to pass you by. All right, Ms. Wright is not ready. And neither is Mr. Newsom. I'm not going to keep doing that. All right.
Hello.
Ma'am, just start your video. Don't.
I'm trying to start.
I need you to start your video. Ma'am, you're doing a lot of talking. And again, I get confused when people just come on and they just talking as if we're not in court. It's really gonna cause me to just go back to court in person. I need people to do what they would do if we were in person. I don't know. I have no clue why both of my lawyers would like leave the courtroom just then, but okay, because all right. Okay. In person. It's getting ready to be in person at the podium. That's what it's getting ready to be. Okay. All right. This is case number. This is case number 234529401. The people versus Deja Darnetta Wright. The defendant is charged with 1 count of breaking and entering without owner's permission. And today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Deja Wright. Ms. Wright, ma'am, please unmute and just say your full name.
Deja Darnetta Wright.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Ms. Wright, Your Honor, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Mr. Henderson?
Your Honor, my notes indicate that the complaining witness had to appear today. They have not, and we cannot explain their absence.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness is required to appear. They have failed to appear, and the people have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice for failure of the complaining witness to appear. Ms. Wright, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm ready on Balcom. This is case number 234476201, the people of the state of Michigan versus Sean Balcom. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated, and today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Sean Balcom. Mr. Balcom, sir, please say your full name.
Sean Allen Balcom.
Thank you. Today is the date set for sentencing. The court has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. With respect to the report itself, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
On behalf of the defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Balcom and I have had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation. We do offer the following corrections, Your Honor. On page, the numbered page 5, and I guess, I don't know if this is a correction or an update, but in the employment section, we want the court to know that just about 3 weeks ago, Balcom did gain employment with Buchanan Oil Corporation.
And Stevenson, for some reason, you're going in and out. He gained employment with who?
With Buchanan Oil Corporation, Your Honor. That was just about 3 weeks ago. Which means that, and then going to page 7.
Well, it seemed like they would have had that in here. The report was done the other day. Okay, go ahead. And then page 7.
Page 7, Your Honor. So it's 1, 2, 3 paragraphs in.
Where do you see some paragraphs?
They're not indented. So it's the one that starts with the defendant.
And there's no space in between anything. So this looked like one full paragraph to me. What does the sentence start with?
The defendant indicated that he attended high school in Kentucky.
Defendant indicate. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So then I guess about 1, 2, 3, 4 lines from the bottom of that section, we want the court to know that Mr. Balcom is employed.
Oh,
That same section, Your Honor, the last sentence indicates that Mr. Balcom did not provide a picture identification to the probation department. Mr. Balcom advises me that he did email that photo identification to probation officer Bradfield. Other than that, Your Honor, we have no additions, deletions, or corrections, and Mr. Balcom does stand ready for sentencing.
Okay. Anything with respect to sentencing on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor. We just ask that the court adopt what's in the pre-sentence investigation.
On behalf of the defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. We want to comment on the fact that Mr. Bockham did not submit to drug screening. Excuse me, Judge. As he was ordered to do by this court. Mr. Bockham has advised me, Your Honor, that the facility that he did attempt to be screened at charged $75. I stopped Mr. Bockham right there to remind him that he has been permitted by the court to live outside the state of Michigan so long as he's able to comply with court orders. Mr. Bockham has advised me that now that he is employed, paying for the drug screening will be absolutely no problem, and that he will comply with that order as well as all court orders, Your Honor. And I do want the court to know that Mr. Bockham, and I think he's going to address this himself when he has an opportunity to do so, relocated with this court's permission to the state of Virginia, where he has housing, where he's been able to gain employment, where he and Myra Cuevas Martinez, who's mentioned in the pre-sentence investigation, is living with him with their 2-month-old baby. The family support, the employment, the change of location, even though Mr. Bockham is snowed in Virginia right now, Your Honor, has given Mr. Bockham, especially that new baby, the impetus to live on the right side of the law, Judge. He knows that his criminal history is not positive. I did notice in the criminal history conviction that a dismissal was included in there. So that's at least something, that domestic violence case from 2010 is something that he was not convicted of, but he's got a, pretty shaky criminal history, and it does have the capacity to hold him back if Mr. Bockham doesn't want to take advantage of, the leniency that has been offered by this court. So he's working. He and his child's mother and the baby are all living together now. He's looking forward to being able to move out of his parents' home into his own residence, Your Honor. So I do believe things are looking up for Mr. Bockham. He knows that he's got a drug test. He hopes the court will permit him to continue to live in Virginia and put this whole matter behind him.
Okay, would Mr. Bockham like to make a statement on his own behalf? Unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to apologize to the victims on the record for any harm that I may have caused financially or physically. I wasn't really in my, best state of mind and living situation. I was struggling with homelessness and keeping a job, and I was robbed a few times. And then my woman was pregnant, and I was under the pressure of that and not being able to provide. And so I was just not in a great state of mind. Prior to the incident, consuming alcohol, I was clean for 2 years prior to that incident, and I haven't drank since the incident. Sobriety is not my problem at all now. Been clean I don't even smoke anymore because this baby has changed my life. This coming down here and starting a new life. I'm trying to put this in my past. I would like to look at this as a stepping stone to where I'm at today and just be a productive member of society. I've got a job now with the county. I did struggle getting a job because having this pending case really hurt my background checks. So I did struggle for a few months getting a job. Also, I'd like to mention that if I am probated here, I'll probably lose my job because I work for the county. So if I'm on county probation here, it probably will end up losing my job because I gave them the promissory that this would be behind me because this case has been pending for almost going on a year now. I've abided by everything that I've been asked to do and went above and beyond by reaching out to the probation district here myself, trying to make sure that I, abide by all court orders. Really, I served 10 days in county when I was there on the charge. I've already agreed in the plea to pay any kind of court fees, costs, fines, and victim fees and restitutions. I would just like to just put this behind me, maybe just make some payments, time served, something like that, so that I can keep on moving forward. This baby coming into the world and this new opportunity I have here in Virginia has been a blessing, and it's just been one blessing after another. And now I put myself at the mercy of the court.
Okay. That's interesting. The court is ready to proceed. So, I understand a lot of stuff, and I definitely believe in, second chances and third chances and even fourth chances, sometimes fifth chances and sixth chances. And Mr. Balcom, you've had a lot of chances. And that doesn't mean that you don't deserve an additional chance. But that last part that you said at the end, I guess it threw me off a little bit, because there's a plea agreement, and the plea agreement was for a term of probation. This is an assault aggravated case. I believe it's a 1-year misdemeanor. So also to just say, give me credit for time served 10 days, that's 356, 55, depending on the year, days short of the maximum penalty, especially when the court reads the description of the offense. Where did I see that at? And I don't see it anymore. Maybe it was, oh, here it is. Yeah, that in the midst of this, you had a crowbar and was swinging the crowbar and hitting people with the crowbar. Now, an individual could be hit with a crowbar in the wrong place and never be the same again. And so what I don't want us to do is make light of the situation. And also, just because a person is in a different situation at the time that they are facing punishment for their crime, doesn't mean that they don't face punishment for their crime. The fact that your baby changed your life is good. And that means that nobody in the future should have to worry about it if it's a true change of life. But we have to address the stuff that happened in the past. So I can tell you this no, I'm not going to give you credit for time served and move on and let you pay some money. It's not that kind of situation. Additionally, if I decided to do that, then the people would have the right. The people would have the right to withdraw the offer and go to trial. So when we enter into plea negotiations and agreements, it's a two-way street. It doesn't say I'm going to agree and get this over, and then when I get to the sentencing, I'm going to ask the judge to change the plea agreement. No, if the court changes the plea agreement, then the people have a right to withdraw their bargain, to withdraw what they asked for and offered, because now the court has changed it. And so I'm not inclined to do so without giving the people the opportunity, of course, to revoke the offer and to go to trial. additionally, you indicated that you did everything the court asked, but you didn't do everything the court asked. And Ms. Stevenson is correct. The fact that you're living in out of state in Virginia with permission of the court, it's the permission of the court, as long as it does not interfere with the court overseeing and monitoring the sentence and the penalty for the aggravated assault. And the court is going to note that it's an aggravated assault. The people didn't reduce it to assault and battery. We're still here on an aggravated assault. Okay. So the court is going to impose the following sentence. And I don't care if something in Virginia costs $500 and it would have only cost $20 here. The request to live in another state is yours. I can only go by what things cost in Michigan. If that same thing costs triple, quadruple in another state that you've chosen to live in, then that's the issue that you're going to have to address. That's not going to be the issue that I'm going to have to address. So the court is going to impose the recommended term of probation of 18 months. Of course, due to the current state of the law, Mr. Balcom would be eligible for early discharge after 9 months. I am going to set a 4-month review. Strike that. I'm going to set a 5-month review. See where he is and if he's on track to be discharged early. So that review will be June. Let's see. June the 20th. At 1:30, of course, on Zoom. Court imposes the following conditions. You shall not violate any criminal law of any governmental unit. You must not leave the, well, you can remain in the state of Virginia, but you cannot leave the state of Virginia without consent of the court. You must notify probation immediately of any change of your address, phone number, or employment status. You will pay the following fines, costs, and fees: $210 mandatory costs, a $100 attorney's fee, a $400 fine. We will set, there's a recommendation for restitution of $1,676.89. Do the people, I'm sorry, does defense dispute that, or do I need a restitution hearing?
So I think I was trying to see if that was, yeah, I did not, and I was trying to see if that amount was actually referenced in the plea agreement. If that amount was not, yeah, I didn't think, if it wasn't stated in there, I would just ask that the matter be, that we have a restitution hearing, just to verify the restitution.
Court is going to set that restitution hearing also for June 20th. That's kind of a long time. Well, he'll still have 4 months if I order that restitution, I guess, to pay and still be discharged at the halfway point. But you could talk to your client. If he wants an earlier restitution hearing date, we can set it for that earlier date. Court is going to set supervision fees at a rate of $35 per month, or a total for 18 months of $630. Of course, if Mr. Balcom is discharged early, those supervision fees will be prorated. Court sets a $50 assessment fee, and he is going to submit to your analysis, but I won't set a fee because I will allow him to, of course, continue to test in Virginia, and you must test. I don't care how much that test costs because it's $20 in Michigan, and it's $10 at 36 District Court. So however much it is in Virginia, that's not my business. But we're going to set your analysis once a month until the court discontinues it. Additionally, let me go back. The total fines, costs, and fees are $1,390. That does not include any restitution, nor does it include any cost of any classes. You shall not use or possess any illegal substance. You shall not use or possess any marijuana without a valid medical marijuana card. You shall not use or possess any opiates without a valid prescription. You shall not consume alcohol. You shall not drive without a valid driver's license. Your analysis once a month, I believe I already said that. And then you shall attend 16 weeks of anger management. And the anger management program must be approved by probation. So I'm not going to require EVA. However, because I think EVA only has a certain time that they do it, but it has to be approved through probation. You must pay any outstanding tickets that you have with 36 District Court and clear up any warrants. There's a recommendation about firearms, but there was no firearm in this case. I'm not going to restrict I'm not restricting anything about firearms. And I'm also not ordering any treatment at this time. I will indicate no contact with Robert Powers. And then I don't know if I placed on the record that the final review date is July 15th, 2025, if we go the whole 18 months. But right now, the next review date is June 20th. We will mail a copy of this report to the Virginia address, and probation will contact you at the phone number ending in 8828. With respect to your comment, sir, about being on probation to Virginia, there's nothing about this probation that the Virginia probation office or whatever has to know about. We supervise our own probation. There's nothing about it that has to go through them. And so working for the county and being on probation to Michigan should not impact you with them hiring you, knowing that this case was pending. The case is not being transferred to Virginia. You're just being allowed to live in Virginia. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Balcom. Mr. Balcom, do you have anything for the judge?
No, that the last statement that you said pretty much covered the grounds for me. I was afraid of probation here because I was told that if I was on Buchanan County probation with a Buchanan County job, that I would be let go. So, but if it's not being transferred here and it's just abiding by the rules and stipulations there, I really don't have any objections at all or anything to say more. I'm satisfied with the judge's offer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, and I good luck to you. I have faith in you, so you just gotta now have faith in yourself to get it done, Mr. Balcom. As I said, I believe in another chance, not just second chances. I just believe in another chance. But you got to stay committed to doing things and changing for yourself. It's good that your child is the catalyst for the change, but later on down the line, that you have to, the change has to be because I want to change myself, I want to do things the right way. Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
You're welcome. So we will mail you a copy of the order, and then I'll see you in June. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe. And apparently I got to tell you, stay warm too.
Yeah, we just got the end of that blizzard that you guys got, and we're snowed in. We can't even leave right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, stay
Yeah.
warm. Okay. And stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thank you. All right. I'm ready on Omar, and then we'll see if Mr. Newsom is going to be ready. We're going to see if Mr. Newsom is going to be ready. This is case number 135765101, the People versus Waleed Omar. The defendant is charged with malicious destruction of property. Today is the date set for review. Appearance, please, Mr. Byrd.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Waleed Omar. Mr. Omar, please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record. Please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record.
Waleed Muhammad Ali Omar.
All right, today is the day set for review. I'm just, Mr. Omar, I did receive an update from probation, and it says that I placed him on probation for 3 months in October with this review date. Mr. Flanagan, was his probation only for 3 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And he has completed the terms and conditions of probation, therefore he is ready for discharge. Do you object to that, Mr. Byrd?
Definitely not, Your Honor.
Mr. Omar, you want to get off probation?
Yes, please.
All right, Mr. Omar, then I'm going to let you get off probation, sir. You're all set. We will close this matter out with improvement. Was this a delayed sentence?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. It was disposed of on a guilty plea.
Yeah, but I feel like it should have been delayed sentence.
I do too, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes.
It's generated on a regular order of probation form, and it's not indicated in the ROA. It was a delayed sentence.
Really? That's unusual. Okay, well, I'll check my notes, and if my notes say delayed sentence, I'll grant the delayed sentence, or we'll find out why it wasn't a delayed sentence. It seems like the people always give a delayed sentence, or seems like we give a delayed sentence on this case, but these types of cases. So at the very least, Mr. Omar, your case is closed, okay?
Thank you so much. God bless you. Bless everybody there.
All right. You're welcome.
Happy holiday.
Good luck.
Happy holiday. I already say that early.
Well, what I want to know is what holiday is it? Why y'all keep saying happy holiday?
You talking about Martin Luther King Day
Martin
yesterday.
Luther King. He's a history holiday.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a history holiday. They're not gonna forget this holiday ever. It's
never.
gonna be there forever, ever.
Forever,
yeah.
always.
Yeah, he's a history. That guy, like the history. Yeah.
Yeah,
by himself.
Always. Okay.
By himself. Nelson Mandela, Luther King, Malcolm X, all these guys. He's gonna be right there in the picture forever.
Yes, I agree. All right. Well, then you have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Byrd, you just feeding into stuff. Okay, I'm ready on Newsom. This is case number 194468001. The people of, Mr. Newsom still and continues to not be ready for me. It seemed like by the time I bring a person into the courtroom 4 times, it seems to me that they would be ready. They would be stationary. They would be seated in an upright position. They would be ready to attend court. We wouldn't have to wait for them to get the system together. We wouldn't have to see the video flipping up and down, see them upside down, can't see them at all. All of these things. But let's just proceed. Okay. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. And today is the day set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Kenneth Newsom. Mr. Newsom, please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record.
Kenneth Newsom Smith.
Today is the date set for review. Strike that. Today is the date set for pretrial. How are we proceeding?
Respectfully requesting dismissal due to no complaining witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson.
Yes, Your Honor. My records indicate that the complaining witness was required to appear today. They have not appeared, and the people do not have an explanation for the non-appearance.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Newsom, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your record, sir. Have a great day and stay safe. All right, and the rest of the people didn't come. Let's see.